Welcome. I've been meaning to create videos for a while now, and none of that matters, right? Does it? We're still rolling, and that's okay. We don't need to say anything, man, do we? Today I woke up with an epiphany of how to proceed onwards. I've been thinking about all of the time I've tried to change the world and make an impact, change society for the better. And I've gotten in a lot of trouble for that, and in more ways than I could ever imagine. But I realized you can't change people. You can't make people see what you have already seen. You can't really change what's not meant to change. So I came to the realization that I've thought about it a couple of times back then, but really the best way and the only way that I think that you can change the world is by changing yourself. And when we try to change ourselves, we teach by example. We teach on by leading, and that's a tough thing to do. To remain an example, to have solid values and not to modify them when the time seems convenient. So I woke up hearing Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror, and so I'm starting with the Man in the Mirror, and I've come to realize I should stop preaching, and maybe so should you. I've seen so many people that tell people what to do, and it's kind of exhausting to see so many advice that flies over everybody's head. Because there seems to be a lot of experts nowadays. There seems to be so many experts today everywhere. Like say an expert here, an expert there. I don't even want to talk about what kind of topics because there's so many, and everybody talks with such property and like everybody knows what they're talking about. And maybe some do. I mean, maybe you just got lucky because there are so many variables we cannot see when hearing to someone's advice. Like, you have no idea what my backstory is, and I have no idea what yours is either. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we do not lead by example. Maybe there's some other way. I mean, history does imply violence a lot, but I don't know if that's always the case, especially when you're trying to teach somebody about something. And well, I think we all got lots to learn, and it's easy to disregard somebody's teachings when they do not preach them. I mean, when they do not practice them. That's what I meant. Like for example, you wouldn't want to take fitness advice on somebody that's massively overweight. You wouldn't want to take I don't know, construction advice from somebody that has never built anything, man. Or that's just kind of some kind of instances. And I've been seeing myself trapped looking at how to grow videos on YouTube. because I have another channel that I've uploaded more than 200 videos already, and well, it's not really getting the numbers that I thought it would be. I thought to myself, and I did a real exhaustive plan that, hey, 5 years, if you're gonna done did it in 5 years, so and my calculations went wrong, and it's been like 7 years now since I've been uploading to that channel, and it's not been working. Followed every advice. I've seen so many educational videos, so many blogs, so many, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to do that, and just yada, yada, yada. So I'm thinking I'm going to be focusing on myself a little bit more, doing what I think it's best, even if nobody appreciates it. Because hell, I've done so many for so many others, so much for so many others, and they've not appreciated it as I thought they would. And it still hurts a little, like when you pour your soul to somebody and then they vanish from your life, no traces. And I'm not trying to play victim here. I mean, I've vanished from lots of people's lives. So I know life happens, and people gotta do what they gotta do, and it's just life. But I've been trying to fix so many people's problems, and I've given so many hours of advice. And at the end of the day, I think I learned something. I think when you're trying to explain something to somebody, you end up learning. When you try to teach, you are the one that learns the most. So I am thinking that maybe my actions do not represent what I've been trying to preach. Um, not as much as I would have liked, at least. Sometimes I have, and sometimes I haven't. I mean, I'm human. So are you. You do not need to feel guilty if you say that you'll do something and you couldn't do it, or maybe didn't want to do it afterwards. I mean, people say that you gotta be a man of your word, or woman, whatever. But and I think you do need to be. But people play tricks with that sometimes. I know I have, and you know, sticking to your word is not as important as sticking to your values. So, I mean, if your value is honesty, well, that's good. That's great. But also, it's not the only value that you have. You need to have, well, hopefully you have some other values: adaptability, capacity to change, and well, maybe you said try forever at something, and it's okay to give up. It's okay to go in another direction. It's okay to shift. And I've been trying to make myself believe that it's not necessarily a lie, or is it? What do you think? Drop in your comments in the comments, please, if you do, if you would. But the thing I've learned is that you gotta stick to your values and not necessarily everything you've said, because it becomes a chore to kind of keep track of everything that you've said, and always trying to stick to it. Like, you got the right to evolve, you got the right to grow, and sometimes growing means leaving some things behind. Um, that's why I don't like promises. Like, you can't promise stuff because you don't know if tomorrow's you will be able to pull through. Like, I wish that we could go on forever, like at every single task that we attend or pose to ourselves. And it would be great to be able to, push through everything, but we cannot. Sometimes you said, hey, I'll do this today, and something happens, and you just can't. But then you just, from within, you apologize. You believe you regret it, and in a honest fashion, and say, hey, I couldn't, and it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to try again some other time. It's okay to try new stuff. You don't need to stick to something that you don't believe in anymore, because what you believe inside, your values and your core, is way more profound than your words. And words are subject to interpretation, and people might gaslight you. That's a word that's been out there for a while. Gaslighting, and because of something you said back in the past, like you said you would do this, and yeah, I mean, that life happens. Sometimes you cannot, and that's okay. Um, unless that you were purposely manipulating someone, like trying to deliberately, get them to do something based on your lies. That's not lying. That's being wrong, or adapting to changing. And yeah, I remember when I was younger. I'm not that old yet, I hope. But I remember when I was younger, I wanted to change the world so bad. I wanted. I went into too many topics at once, but I looked outside for problems to solve, and I never looked within. So it's easier to point outwards, like, hey, that's wrong. That's wrong. You need to do this. You need to do that. And, well, it's harder to, point the finger back at oneself and say, hey, maybe you were wrong at this kind of thinking. Maybe you're wrong at that other kind of thinking, or your actions did not reflect on what you thought was correct, or what you were trying to do that was correct. So what I'm trying to get to is we've been bombarded lately, I believe, with content. Everybody, I mean, myself included, I think everybody that has access to the internet has seen so many videos lately, like TikToks, shorts, reels. You can call them whatever. They're basically a random set of pop-in videos, right, in your feed. And you go on and you look at stuff that you like, and now and then something that you do not like comes up, and you engage, and you go and you type something, and well, maybe that's my case. Maybe that's how I train my algorithm to work. But I've seen that what people share to me, the things that they send, tend to be mocking of people, of behaviors, and it's gotten me to a lot of introspection. Like, why are they sending me this? And I've seen that lots of people want to feel better about themselves by pointing the finger at others, and I think I've done it like a lot. Like, I was vegan for a while, and I used to point a finger. Classic vegan, right? At people that ate meat or eats meat, and I was harassive. I was hella harassive, and I didn't bother to question if it was right or wrong, and if when I was vegan, I couldn't even afford the food by myself. So I never like brought up any dishes, like vegan dishes. I just kept yapping about being vegan. And now that I think of it, I was such an ungrateful shit. And I should have brought something to the table, like, hey, try this vegan food. Hey, what about this? Hey, this is nice. Why don't you try it? Give it a shot. Like maybe in a friendlier kind of manner. But I wasn't ready to see within. I wasn't ready to see myself and, hey, look at this is wrong. Like you can't even afford food. You're off leeching off people, your parents and family and whatnot, because I didn't have a job back in that day. And still you complain and still, well, that's just an example, but there are plenty others of shit that I did. Like I criticized institutions and political ideologies without ever being involved, just criticizing all day online. And well, I'm glad that's over because I hardly criticize anymore. I just engage with the content like blindly. I just look for entertainment or something to learn or something that, scratches that itch that we're looking for of boredom or, whatever. Um, but the thing is, I've come to realize I've preached a lot. I'm here yapping, so I'm guessing I'm kind of still preaching in a degree. But hopefully, hopefully you can learn something from my example and my mistake, and try to look within, because that's where you can act. That's where you can take responsibility. That's where you can actually make an impact in somebody's life, in yours. You can change your life. And if you can change your life, then you can inspire other people to change theirs for the better. So, I mean, it's going to be rough. I got a lot of fixing to do. Um, Mentally, physically, I got to go to the gym more. I gotta probably go to therapy or like attend the topics that aren't of my liking, just to learn a little bit more and be capable of living my life in the way that I would want to, so that hopefully when somebody comes to me and asks me for advice or want to talk about something, I can actually point them in the right direction. I can say, hey, that's the path. I walked that path. It's paved now. It's a little bit less grassy now because I've walked it. So you go ahead and make a left here or make a right here, because that's the way. Do not take two lefts because you end up in the same place if you catch my drift, right? But metaphorically speaking, metaphorically speaking, if you do the work, if you walk the walk, then people can follow you and go through that path after you lead the way. Hopefully, you'll be able to get a light and lead in the dark when there's harsh times or whenever things lurk dark, creepy things. I mean, this is all metaphors, but in life, like to clean up the metaphor a little, there will be predators on your improvement. There will be people that lurk in the dark and kind of stalk you and don't want to see you walk the walk and do the thing. So you gotta be able to defend yourself from those that do not want best for you, and keep on walking your path for the betterment of your person. And that's not an easy path, especially when people in the dark will try to pull you back to them. And I mean, the metaphor's way off now. I lost track of it. But the thing is, there will be people that will not want you improving. That's abundantly clear for me now. And even if they say, they might say that they do want the best for you, but they might not want you to do better than them. They might want you to stay in their shadow. And the saying goes, misery loves company. Miserable people want to be miserable with somebody else so they can keep being miserable. And when you do what's right for you, they won't let you go. That's kind of what I've been trying to explain. And so it weighs on you. So it's hard to walk and live the life that you want to live, and lead with an example. I mean, I'm not by any means the example here, but I think that my realization that we gotta be better might help somebody. And yeah, I've been thinking about it all day. So I'm hoping that maybe you can get something from this video and try to look at something within you that's wrong and try to fix it, instead of just pointing a finger at somebody else or something else and pointing what's wrong outwards. Um, like if you tend to criticize an institution or a government, well, go ahead and try to build yours. Go ahead and see if it's so easy. See if you can do it. And if you can do it, well, then you can fix the things that went wrong. But there are so many things wrong within everybody, and we don't know it all. Nobody ever does. So we can always improve, always. Even if you're rich, even if you're super smart, even if you're super set, there's always rooms for improvement in other topics that you may not even be aware of yet. So this is an invitation to do some self-searching. Myself, I'm trying to lose my fear of speaking to the camera. I'm trying to build something within my life that I want. I'm trying to let go of fear and do things regardless of it. And this is something new for me. So I'm trying to be a little bit less fearful. And I still have a long way to go. But I'm taking a step. I'm hoping that this might help you too, or maybe the future me somehow. And yeah, look for validation internally, I guess, not externally. Look for the betterment of your person. Look to fill your cup, and then you can fill others. Because I've been trying so hard to fill everybody's cup, and I kind of left mine unattended. So it got all dusty, and I had to do some hard scrubbing to get it right. At least, not that it's completely right, if you catch my drift, but I'm trying to make it better now. And yeah, I hope. I hope that you can too. And I hope that you like this video. I hope that you got something out of it, even if I scrambled a lot and got stuck. But if I got all mixed up, I hope that doesn't bother you that much. And I hope that you can subscribe and tell me what do you think, because I would like to build a community. I love that. And yeah, I can't build a community by just looking at other people's communities. I gotta take a leap forward. So this is kind of a leap of faith for me, and I hope you can join me. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.